Our anime begins in a village that has been torn apart by three goblin brothers, and Asahi arrives to stop them, but bro is as weak as a straw in another world, but his sister is overly powerful. So let's go back in time for a while and see Asahi's reincarnation with his brother complex sister, shall we? So Asahi just saved a girl from an accident and died saving her, but he was still watching the after event, so at least Asahi was happy that the girl he saved was safe and sound. Staying there in the middle of an unknown space made him wonder how his beloved sister Maya would react if she found out about his death. But a light began to glow from that screen, and suddenly Asahi was being pulled inside, and ends up in another world, or instead of being sad from being separated from his family, Asahi was just exploring the town without a care. Asahi is a gamer, so after the RPG experience, he went to the pawn shop to sell his phone to get some money for equipment. With that, he got to the town's guild to become an adventurer. There, Tanya, the guild registrar, got excited hearing that it was Asahi's first time, not that first time, but first time being an adventurer, so she even helped him pick up a simple rabbit killing quest, mostly for beginners. But just in his first quest, Asahi ran into some pretty nice trouble, so by the gaming rules, Asahi opened his stats to know something useful about his power, but sadly, he just got a level 1 skill with good-for-nothing throwing stone skills. Well, he thought of using whatever he had up his sleeve, but even throwing was useless. Then that wyvern was just about to end his newly started adventure in another world, but in his last moments, Asahi recalled his cute older sister and called her name, and then out of the blue, his sister just got there through a magic circle. Her name is Maya. And as soon as she arrived, Maya felt a surge of power in her and punches that wyvern and throws it in a single hit, so the cheat skill Asahi desired was granted to his sister. But the only problem with her is that she is an overly obsessed person with an insane brother complex. Maya then informs Asahi that he was in a coma because of his accident in the real world, but then he started mumbling about another world, and upon hearing that, Maya began banging her head against the wall in an attempt to unite with Asahi, and now she is united with her beloved brother. So we return to the present, and Maya took care of the goblin brothers, but she was upset for some reason. Asahi assumed it was because of the villagers' deaths, but she was upset because they insulted Asahi. Then she noticed a small scratch on Asahi, so she was about to use an expensive healing potion when a bit of spit would suffice, but that just gave her a naughty idea and she began pouching on Asa. Then a girl mistook Ashi for the one who defeated the goblins and started considering him a hero, but Maya was all down with Asahi getting all the credit for her work. The villagers' misinterpretation made Asahi a hero even in the guild, and Tane dropped a bombshell on Asahi that he is promoted to the 4th class. Or it's also known as ogre class, directly from the bottom class, and as a proof of that Asahi got his badge of ogre class and was really thrilled. But Tanya laid out the rules that no one can falsify their rank or their punishment will be interesting. So he begged Maya to hide her power for his sake, then recalling Maya's power, Asahi checked her stats but got a bit confused seeing nothing. Later he realized that her stats are over the top that the screen can't even cover up, but then they saw a big parade going on for an A-rank adventurer and his party. In the crowd Asahi met with that pawn shop owner who tells him that the leader of that party is of a dragon class that come in rank 2nd. And he and his party are on their way to defeating the Demon King. But there was a drunken man who was causing a commotion. Everyone there was a bit cautious because that guy was a former ogre class, but Asahi is on the same class. So the shop owner's daughter requested Asahi to make that guy pay for his wrongdoings. Asahi hesitated, and that guy insulted Asahi. So Asahi did some acting while Maya used her power from the background that made the guy away in fear, so as a payment for keeping this secret, Maya wants something overly intimate from Asahi. So, to continue their lives, Asahi finally managed to get strong enough to kill a slime, whereas Maya, well, let's just say she is a prodigy. Tired from their quest, it was getting late and chilling, so Asahi became a gentleman to Maya, but that just ended up raising her heat even more. Asahi wanted to be a man, so he decided to take a job himself to be self-reliant, so he took off without Maya, leaving her at an inn, but while he was gone, Maya just entered his room to sniff out Asahi's smell from his bed, to smell it to her core, being as perverted as she could. Then at the guild Asahi asked Tanya for a job quest and the killing quest she just took out. Asahi got his eyeball out seeing their difficulty level. He can't tell her that he can't do the job, neither can he ask Maya for help, so Asahi used a few of his brain cells to create a perfect reason. that he wants to experience the moments that he began his journey and also to rush back to town if a monster attacks it. Tane believed in him and took out a mushroom gathering job near the town. It was a perfect job and Asahi even found the mushroom in the Claudio forest, but the quantity of the mushroom there was pretty low compared to what he was told. Then there was a sign warning of bears, and just as that the danger of that warning was right behind Asahi. Then he was running from it as much as he could, but a fire just blew away that bear, and from the blast's impact Asahi rolls down and ends up between some nice melons. Asahi thought it was Maya because of the size and calls out big sis, but Asahi just got it wrong because of the size, but the word big sis just made that demon happy. Her name is Kilmaria. So let's look at her past. Well, as Asahi had seen a party of rank adventurers leaving town to defeat the Demon King, their dream was shattered in the middle of their journey when they came across Kilmaria, who took out each of them without even moving from her spot. So back to the present. So Asahi is unaware of it and they get surrounded by those greasily bears again, so Kilmaria threw Asahi in the sky and take on all of the bear herself with an awesome dark flames and physical power. Sensing the death of his subjects, the king of bears showed up to avenge his subjects. He was about to use a heat ray to burn them to death, but Kilmaria just holds Asahi up close. Like awesomely close, and easily blocks its attack. Kilmaria was getting the hang of it, listening Asahi calling her as her big sis. Does she save Asahi for that? For her unique point is that she is a battle maniac and finds opponents to test her strength. She tells Asahi her rank as top-notch general in the Demon King army. That popped up his brain in fire, but she has no interest in weaklings, so Asahi felt a little guilty for misunderstanding that not all demons are evil. So she came to Human Town to search for a boy named Asahi. While she didn't know Asahi was right in front of her, she heard that Asahi quickly rose his rank after joining. So her wish was rather simple, that is to challenge him for a fight, so before she finds out that he's the guy she was looking for, Asahi tried to run for it. But sadly he dropped his badge, and seeing it Kilmaria found out it's Asahi himself. The dude was fleeing for his life, but Kilmaria was following him everywhere he went, but Maya had a spidey sense when it came to Asahi and arrived in time to his side, seeing a woman after him. Maya thought Asahi's chastity could be in danger, assuming Kilmaria's outfit. Maya thought that she was seducing Asahi in such an outfit. Well, according to her, she totally gets her feeling to get Asahi. Kilmaria had enough of the chit-chat and attacks Maya, but both of their attacks made a dent on the ground, but didn't end their opponent. Shocked from it, Kilmaria knew it right away that Asahi is just getting the credit for Maya's doings, but it gets her fire up even more, and now the real catfight started out intensely. But in the end, Maya gets the last laugh and defeats Kilmaria. Then, just as Maya desired to end the problem from its roots, Asahi intervenes to save Kilmaria. Although she is a demon, she did save Asahi. And just because she is a demon does not mean she is evil, so they left her alive, and Kilmaria was taken in by their interesting relationship. Then returning back home, the first thing they did was dinner. Then Maya still wanted her chance to get in bed with Asahi, but she was rather dirty from her fight, so while she takes a bath, Asahi just chills out, which makes her upset that he's not even trying to take a peek. So, for now, let's call it a day, but for the next part, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates from our channel, and until then, take care.